Come on now, miss. Let's keep moving. It's on your right. Here.
Do you always clean the first floor?
No. No, I'm usually in charge of the second and third.
So each maid has her assigned floor?
Yes, exactly.
Then why go on? Expect me to believe that's all you were doing there?
Here we are. Good luck. She's all yours, sir.
Sophie Roy, I'm Detective Maurice Tremblay. Let's see. 21 years old, working at the Clarendon for over a year. Husband?
I'm sorry?
Are you married?
No, not yet. I live with my mother. She's sick, so I have to take care of her.
No father?
No. It's always just been me and my mom.
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened, starting with this morning.
Au parc La Fontaine, les filles s'en vont et s'y promènent au bras des garçons qui les entraînent au cœur des buissons où elles étrennent l'amour en saison qui les enchaîne dans un tourbillon de vrais poèmes car dans les frissons naissent toujours les plus belles chansons d'amour. Au clair de la fontaine, j'ai vu dans tes yeux mille couleurs. Quand la claire fontaine s'amusait au jeu de nos deux cœurs.
Vacuuming's done. Now just a bit of tidying up and I can go on break.
Longtemps de ce vieux parc, la fontaine qui dans tes grands yeux fit naître un jour la plus belle chanson d'amour.
A bed's not complete without its pillow.
Doux souvenir de ce printemps qui fit fleurir tous nos 16 ans. Chérie, dis-moi, te souviens-tu de cet émoi naissant dans
I'm guessing you've seen better days, but you're obviously still important to someone.
Au parc La Fontaine, comme il faisait beau, lorsqu'on lui laissait la chance.
That's a lot of money to owe. Just what did you get yourself involved in?
Comme aux anciennes et douces saisons qui entraînent dans le tourbillon de vrais poèmes, car dans ces frissons naissent les plus belles chansons d'amour. La vie qui nous mène sous
Only menswear. Are you in town for a business trip, maybe?
ça me ramène les tendres étoiles. La fontaine, le dernier frisson de ce rêve, sans façon, est toujours la vraie chance de notre vie.
house they want to build next door?
Yeah, it creeps me out. Imagine all the weirdos who'll start hanging around the hotel.
I can think of someone who'll feel right at home. Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
Well, when your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere. Oh, did you see Rebecca come in this morning? She was wearing the same clothes.
Now, don't you think you're overreacting? This is exactly the kind of behavior Linda warned me about.
She's doing everything she can to break us apart.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you shouldn't.
Now I realize I've been blind. I was so in love with you that I couldn't see.
What?
I couldn't see.
Let's see what Beth wanted to talk about. This leak really needs to be fixed. I hope the weather doesn't make it worse. Hey, Beth.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep what?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
You said you needed me?
Oh, straight to business then.
Sorry, it's just a busy day.
I get it. It's been non-stop for me this morning too. Wanna guess why I summoned you here?
Did you see a mouse again?
You make it sound like that would be no big deal.
It would. Wouldn't it?
Well, what if it was a rat?
Didn't you tell me you were raised on a farm? Those little creatures shouldn't scare you.
Ugh, that doesn't make them any less disgusting.
So, is there one or not?
No rodent is involved, thank God. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about procedures and whatnot.
Well, we can't have the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around. That smell. If only we were allowed in there. Chocolate mousse cake. Maybe Bobby wouldn't mind sneaking me a slice. Ugh, no. Bernard would have both our heads.
Linda, Wendy's great at her job. Guests absolutely love her and...
Not just guests, apparently.
Oh, God damn it, Linda! I only like her because guests like her. Making sure guests are happy is my job, after all.
You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
Listen, if Wendy wasn't doing her job, that'd be another story, but I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew, Hi. I'm sorry, I was just...
Spying on our manager?
No, I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm sorry I scared you.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day ball.
No, Beth called me. A guest knocked over a vase and made a mess in the lobby.
Yeah, I saw that catastrophe happen. Just what we need, huh?
Well, I'd rather be doing that than cleaning the reception hall with Nicole.
Oof. Yeah, I don't even want to see the state of the place after this weekend. I know chocolate fountains are for dipping, but I didn't expect to find someone's shoe in there.
How?
No idea. You must see plenty of weird stuff too, right?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
It's a bit gross.
Oh. I hope it's got nothing to do with bodily functions.
God, I hope so too. A few weeks ago, I walked into a room and found the trash can filled with cucumbers. Like, whole cucumbers. And some of them were carved, and I threw the whole trash can out that day. Don't tell Bernard.
I won't. Oh. I better go help Beth. It's hell here with the snowstorm.
It's okay. I need to,
Yeah, all right. Take care.
You too.
As if it wasn't enough having to deal with endless letters of advice from Raymond.
Raymond? What does he want?
He wants me to lower room price. Make sure the hotel's tables
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen uninvited. Okay, let's get that mop from the supply closet. Beth said there was a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office.
The last thing I want is to look like a beggar.
Bobby made it very clear he doesn't like anyone walking into his kitchen uninvited.
I feel like he's been avoiding my calls.
I'm really sorry about that. I'll have a word with our kitchen staff to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Ew. I better throw that away. Now I just put the leaves back in the vase, and it'll be like nothing ever happened.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then... Yes, I know. You've said that already. But... no, that's very unlikely.
So, which room are you staying in, Mr. Spade?
If you'd like, I'm sure he'll be thrilled to talk to you. Well, for that, you'd have to...
No, that's not it.
Would you like to contact him?
Beth said Mr. Spade.
He's a bit of an old-fashioned fella, if you know what I mean.
That doesn't seem right.
Yes, certainly. So first I suggest finding a nice little corner where you can kneel down, all right? Then you clasp your hands together and think really hard about just how much you want the snowstorm to end.
No, that's not it. Room 505. Great. That's on my floor. I can return that film roll without going out of my way.
Sympathetic to your plight. Making fun of you, sir. No, I never dare. No, I'm dead serious. If anyone can make the snowstorm end...
Once I put these plants back in their vase, I can head up to the 5th floor. Poor Nicole. No one should be stuck cleaning up the reception hall after a ball, even if they did draw the short straw. I'm not bringing these plants with me to the 5th floor. Bernard still leaves these around the front desk? Guess he didn't hear Beth when she swore she'd burn the place to the ground next time she had to suffer through one of his sermons. Once I put these plants back in their vase, I can head up to the 5th floor. Almost forgot. I should go to the 5th floor to return Mr. Spade's film roll.
Hold it, please. Phew, made it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Was it you who cleaned the puddle by the restrooms?
Was I not supposed to?
Well, Eugene asked us not to touch anything until he's repaired the leak, but it's probably safer this way. Someone could have slipped on it.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th. Thanks.
What's the big rush?
I need to bring this to our VIP guest, the one who rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about? Why does he need a bucket full of snow?
No idea. I don't even ask anymore. It's just the latest in a long series of strange requests.
What do you reckon he'll do with it?
Take a bath, maybe? Sometimes I wonder if he's just pulling an elaborate prank on me.
Can't you tell me who he is?
I've never actually met him. I always talk to his assistant. Only Bernard knows his identity. I do have a suspicion, though.
Oh?
But I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait, is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
Mr. Spade? Mr. Spade? What is this?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Beth, it's Sophie. Can I speak to Andrew, please?
Yeah. Hold on. Andrew? Andrew?
I'm here. Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, Sophie. Yeah, it's just... my trip to the 6th floor took longer than expected.
Oh, I'm sorry to add to your plate, but I really need your help.
Sure. What's up?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Mr. Spade? Why would he...
I don't know. He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Jesus. What are you doing in them exactly?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, snoop through our guest stuff.
Oh. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act?
Yes. I think we should call the police.
Whoa, slow down a minute.
But...
Sophie, there are pictures of you invading our guests' privacy.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I believe you. But others might not. With those pictures, it could really blow up in your face if a guest were to complain about missing items.
I could always throw them out.
Well, that's one way to deal with it, I guess. You said you found the pictures hanging over the bath, right? Were they still wet?
I wouldn't say wet, but a little damp, yeah.
Okay, so you must have developed them fairly recently.
What are you getting at?
Well, the pictures you found were left there to dry, but he could have developed more of them in an earlier batch. He wouldn't have left them in the bathroom, though. Probably stored them somewhere dry.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
that would certainly be a good place to store pictures.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Maybe I can... Give me a sec. Shoot.
What?
Bad news is, I can't find the combination list. Good news is, we can probably do without it. Most guests write their code down to make sure they don't forget it. So, say you wanted to look for it, I could keep an eye out and call you if I see our mysterious photographer return.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, and Andrew?
Yes?
Please keep this between us.
Of course. Don't worry about that.
The oratory. I just went there for the first time and... God, it's been years, hasn't it? Beaver Lake. I took Mom skating there just a few weeks ago. This was the sale where I found that winter jacket that Mom loves. Were you there too? Harry's diner too. Were we ever there at the same time? Is this a floor of the Clarington? Morgan. Is that your real name? Why did you check in under Mr. Spade? Request to move to 507. Why did you want to change rooms? The storm must be getting worse. I hope Mom's not too bored without her TV shows. What do we have here? I should bring that back to my cart. I'd forget my own head if I didn't write everything down. I guess we have that in common. All that's missing are the pillows. One more pillow, then you're good. You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital. And it looks like he left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions. I need to find some clues to decipher that code reminder. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, no surprise Bernard denied the request. Who knew Bernard could be nice? right now, Sophie. Did you intend for me to discover your little dark room? Or did this just fall down? Okay, Sophie, you should probably put this down. Now. M and H. M and H. You're going through their trash? You really want to find out what M and H are up to, don't you? That was taken in the lobby. Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night? So many questions. M and H. Maybe Andrew could find them in the logbook.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hey. Just a sec. Beth, could you cover for me?
Again?
Pretty please? Sorry about that. So, you found anything on Mr. Spade?
Well, Mr. Spade isn't even his real name.
It's not? What is it then?
Paul Morgan.
Huh. I guess he wanted something a tad more exciting. So, I take it you opened the safe. What was in it?
A journal.
Oh? Does it say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
2 other staff members? Who is it?
No, they're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you alright?
Of course. Sorry. I'll just need some more info to narrow the search. What do you know about them?
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
It could be initials, or maybe, I don't know, husband and mistress?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I'll need a little more to go on.
I found out that Mr. Morgan made a request to be transferred to room 507, but it was denied because...
That's Mrs. Beaumont's room, right?
Exactly.
But why would he switch rooms? He's got his entire dark room set up in 505.
I'm not sure. I just thought it might be related.
I guess we can keep that in mind, but... Wait a minute. There's a couple staying in room 509. Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H and M.
My thoughts exactly.
Do you have any idea why Mr. Morgan would be after the Cruzes?
Who knows? Maybe he's madly in love with Marcella, but their romance was cut short when big bad Hector swooped her away.
Andrew.
Yeah, you're right. Too cliche. Do you, perhaps, have room 509 on your to-do list?
I do, actually.
Would it be wrong of me to suggest you do some...
Snooping? I guess that's what I'm known for now.
Nah, don't worry. I'm sure we'll find a better legacy for you.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Watch out, alright?
I will. I promise. I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again. Come on, Sophie. That door won't magically unlock just because you want it to. I need my keys. I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room. Do not disturb. Come on, Sophie. That door won't magically unlock just because you want it to. I need my keys. Okay, Sophie, back to the basement. Maybe I shouldn't wander around with my pockets full. Is there anything I can put down? I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile. I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room. Okay, Sophie, back to the basement. I think I have all the supplies I need. Come on, Sophie. Come on, Sophie. That door won't magically unlock just because you want it to. I need my keys. Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids? Bernard seems to think so. I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile. I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room. Maybe I shouldn't wander around with my pockets full. Is there anything I can put down? Do not disturb. Well, that's one less room to clean today. I won't complain. Okay, Sophie, back to the basement. I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room. come on, Sophie. That door won't magically unlock just because you want it to. I need my keys. Did I remember to punch in this morning? Hypocrite bitch? What did Linda do? And to whom? That'll do. I'll just have to make sure I don't forget to return it. I should be able to open 509 now. Back to the 5th floor.
Hey, Sophie.
Oh, hey, Andrew. On break already?
No, not yet. I have to deliver something to our VIP guest.
Again?
Yeah, the requests just keep on coming. What about you? Aren't you supposed to be in 509?
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our investigation.
Ah, gotcha. What a day, huh? Tending to an eccentric VIP guest, discovering, well, what you discovered in 505. Pretty exciting as far as a workday at the Clarington goes.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though. I was looking for my keys, and I heard someone crying in the bathroom.
You sure it's not the old Clarington ghost again?
No, I think it might be Wendy. She sounds pretty upset.
What happened?
I'm not completely sure, but I think it has something to do with the graffiti I found on Linda's door.
The graffiti?
It's 2 words in red lipstick. Hypocrite, bitch.
Well, Wendy would certainly have a good motive for writing that. You'd have to be living under a rock to miss how Linda's been treating her lately.
Bernard's already on his last nerve today. If he catches wind of more drama between Linda and Wendy, the stress might kill him.
Well, that would certainly make Beth very happy.
I don't know the first thing about running a hotel, but the amount of pressure he must be under, I don't think any good would come from adding to that.
Yeah, you're right. Heads would definitely roll. I don't even want to think about the drama. Interpersonal conflict makes for a good read, but in real life it can be a bit much to deal with. You've always been good at staying above it, though. You get along with everyone.
I don't think I get along with everyone, but some people are worth getting friendlier with. Like you.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad not everyone around here thinks I'm a complete bore. Wait till Beth hears this. Well, it was nice to chat. Don't let me keep you, though. I have to head to maintenance anyway. Maybe Eugene can help me find the product our guest of honor is looking for.
Yeah, we both got a lot on our plates today.
I'll be ready and waiting for your updates on H&M. Take care.
You too.
Oh, I do have 506 next on my list. Should I pop in before checking out 509? Oh boy, someone's been living it up. I should wait till I have more to report before calling Andrew. Getting into 509 will be no problem with them. Do not disturb. Well, that's one less room to clean today. I won't complain. I bet I'll find the answers about Mr. Morgan's stalking in room 509. These are lovely. I wish you'd had more confidence in yourself. SW. Looks like you had a few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz. Or her. This person looking for you back in Texas, was he really just a coworker? Wow, you look like a couple out of a magazine. Someone's been sleeping here. I should leave it as it is. Cruz got her personal information stolen. Is Mr. Morgan behind it? Who could blame you for seeking help? These scribbles don't look random, but I can't figure out what they mean. Fernie and Wiseman. Have I seen this logo somewhere? Locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters. Looks like someone tore that note apart, but I'm missing some pieces. I can't make this. Looks right up Andrew's alley. I wonder if he's read this one. These scribbles don't look random, but these symbols, they look oddly familiar. Maybe I'll find more of those torn paper pieces if I keep cleaning the room. Where could the rest of that note be? Should I check the other garbage cans, maybe? No combination, no entry. Looks like someone had quite the shopping spree. More work for poor Rebecca. Hang in there, Reb. Maybe I'll find more of those torn paper pieces if I keep cleaning the room. Where could the rest of that note be? Should I check the other garbage cans, maybe? Hello? Hello? Andrew? Is that you?
Clarrington Hotel reception desk.
Andrew?
Hey, Sophie.
Did you just call me?
No, I didn't.
Then who called?
I'm not sure I understand.
Someone just called, and they said nothing. All I could hear was static and breathing.
That's pretty unsettling. Hang on. Hey, Beth? You got a minute?
No.
Give me a second, Sophie. Okay, so Beth tells me she just patched a call through to 509.
Did she recognize the caller's voice?
Oh, do you think maybe it was Mr. Morgan?
Yeah.
Let me check. Okay, it was a male voice, but she's not sure whether it was Mr. Morgan's or not.
Can you ask Beth not to patch any calls here for a while?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks. I haven't had time to check all of 509 yet, so I better get back to it.
Wait a second. I just remembered something about this morning. I can't believe I didn't think about it before.
What is it?
A few minutes after Mr. Morgan knocked over that vase in the lobby, I saw Mrs. Cruz rush out of the hotel, all alone.
Really? Do you know what time it was exactly?
I think it was a minute or two after 10. What?
I remember hearing a loud noise on the 5th floor right around that time. Like a door slamming really hard.
You think it was her?
Maybe.
Did you notice anything weird about her?
I don't know. She passed by the front desk so fast I barely had time to see her. Although,
Yeah?
I've always seen the Cruises as a pair. I suppose it is a bit odd that she left without her husband. Maybe she was sneaking out. Or maybe she was following Mr. Morgan.
Yeah. Hopefully I can make sense of all of this.
I'm sure you can. Give me a call as soon as you found something, okay?
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Maybe I'll find more of those torn paper pieces if I keep cleaning the room. Where could the rest of that note be? Should I check the other garbage cans, maybe? It's some kind of code. Could I break it? I should keep an eye out for those symbols. I've definitely seen those symbols on some of the things in this room. Maybe I should take another look around. Locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters. Oh, these symbols match some of the ones on the torn message. That's one of the symbols. Fernie and Wiseman. Have I seen this logo somewhere? Yeah, I think these match the symbols on the papers I collected. match the symbols on the papers I collected. Am I reading this right? The account's been emptied. More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for. Yes, these are part of the same set. I think I can use this. That yarn map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some peculiar doodles? Symbols, maybe. SW. Looks like you had a few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz. Or her. I'm not sure how the children are affected by what goes on at a bar on a Friday night. But wouldn't be surprised if everyone's a little bit more on. This is horrible. I don't think I'll ever understand what pushes people to go so far as killing. I'll hold off on throwing this out just yet. The food's practically untouched. That yarn map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some peculiar doodles? Symbols, maybe. I should keep an eye out for those symbols. I've definitely seen those symbols on some of the things in this room. Maybe I should take another look around. I should keep an eye out for those symbols. I've definitely seen those symbols on some of the things in this room. Maybe I should take another look around. More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for. Yes, these are part of the same set. I think I can use this. Yes, these are part of the same set. I think I can use this. Yes, These are part of the same set. I think I can use this. More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for. More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for.
Yeah, no surprise Bernard denied the request. Mrs. Beaumont's been here so long, we could probably just put her name on the door at this point.
Not exactly a cherished gift, if you just left it behind like this. I should keep an eye out for those symbols. No combination, no entry. That yarn map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some peculiar doodles? Symbols, maybe. Yeah. I think these match the symbols on the papers I collected. Aha! I'll have to remember these. That yarn map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some peculiar doodles? Symbols, maybe. More of these symbols. Just what I was looking for. these are part of the same set. I think I can use this. I've definitely seen those symbols on some of the things in this room. Maybe I should take another look around. I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey Andrew, it's me.
Sophie, did you uncover anything in 509?
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
What? Awesome! Did you crack it?
It says, I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? What an odd thing to do.
Yeah. And whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in 12 pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
So the cruises are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think maybe one of them's having an affair?
Well, that's possible. It's quite obvious they're having marital problems.
What makes you say that?
Before we delve into theories, I think I'd better go have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message.
Good idea. It's almost break time for me. If you need my help again, you can ask Beth to patch you through to the break room.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Thanks, Sophie.
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room. But which vent? Now's probably not a good time to disturb Bernard. Do not disturb. Well, that's one less room to clean today. I won't complain. The message said, next to your room. So it has to be a vent in the corridor.
It's the exact same color.
There is a vent near the janitor's closet. No messages. Let's try another vent. Can't open these without a screwdriver. I might be able to find a screwdriver in the janitor's closet. I should check the janitor's closet for a screwdriver. Eugene must have one in his toolbox. Shoot, no screwdriver. What's life without a little challenge? Sounds like Eugene asked Bernard to stop opposing the construction of the new psychiatric hospital. And Bernard— Oh, Eugene. I had no idea. Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage. Wait, Sophie. You don't need these. Be careful. It's a slippery— Huh. This must be Eugene with his daughter. He looks like a caring father. I might be able to find a screwdriver in the janitor's closet. I should check the janitor's closet for a screwdriver. Eugene must have one in his toolbox. I've never seen two people more suited for each other. I hope they work things out. They need to. Highest priority, huh? That means Eugene's probably working in Bernard's office right now. Wait, Sophie. You don't need these. Be careful. It's a slippery slope towards becoming a hoarder. Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right. You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here anyway? Are you on break?
No, I'm just getting a screwdriver.
A screwdriver? What for?
Loose vent.
Well, that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Then leave the repairs to him.
Okay, I will.
What's going on?
Oh, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. Seems I've made a habit of sneaking up on you today. Spying on Bernard again?
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Ah, gotcha.
Eugene?
What? Maybe you should go have a look. You know what? I'll stand guard by the elevator and, holler if Bernard approaches.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick. Aha! Let's get you to that vent. Opposing something that could help so many people. So, I take it the open window was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
Do you remember that loose tile from last week?
Yes?
Well, I'm afraid it hasn't been properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure guests don't trip over it.
Is that part of your job description?
No. No, it isn't, sir.
Well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belovit. What were you doing in my office?
I was looking for a screwdriver to fix the loose vent I told you about.
Didn't I tell you to leave it to Eugene?
Yes, you did.
Then what are you doing here? Are you suffering from short-term memory loss, or are you just so dense that you didn't understand me the first time?
Well, it's just that...
It's my fault, sir. I couldn't get a hold of Eugene, so I thought that Sophie, being handy and all, could fix the vent herself.
Well, that wasn't your decision to make, was it?
No. No, it wasn't.
Come with me.
Sorry.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Eugene was supposed to fix that window.
Time to see what secrets that vent is holding. Stairs, exercise. Elevator, convenience. Yeah, elevator wins this time. All right, let's open the vent. Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were. Ew. Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Hey, you got anything good for me?
I found another message written in secret code.
And?
It says, meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Who's Michael? A guest's husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Yeah, the cast keeps getting bigger. I'll just check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh! Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
That's really nice of you. So, Mrs. Beaumont is linked to the cruises, huh? I have a feeling we may be approaching the climax of this story.
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
How about I call up there? You know, to make sure no one's home.
Good idea.
Just a sec. Well, it looks like the room is ready for your snooping, my lady.
Thank you, good sir. I'll call you back. Looks like I'm headed to room 507. Let's get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together. Mr. Cruz, huh? Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean? Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you. Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the center. Aha! Keys are a Snoop's best friend. Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh. I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere? Ah, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you. That look in your eyes. What does it mean? And who is this from? He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible. That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505? Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before? In a safe? That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505? Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like we were on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Affair?
Exactly.
How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense, but he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on between them.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well, it is the 1950s after all. I guess anything's possible. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never give up on you.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here. Didn't I see a plaster bag near the stairs earlier? Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able... Didn't I see a plaster bag near the stairs earlier? Great! This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles... I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement. Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where? I'm good.
Or was there something in the coffee this morning? What do you mean? In the whole basket is the office. Tom, are the cards everywhere? Wendy writing that message on your phone. Andrew, suddenly worrying about the floor cards. Oh, and that maid? What's her name?
Start by checking out Rebecca's locker. What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home? Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime. Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where? So you do have a stash of candles, but where is it?
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already. If Bobby has some of Rebecca's candles, maybe he kept them in his locker. No candles, but this looks like that must be the location of Rebecca's stash. That must be the location of Rebecca's stash. Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break. I'm good. I'll need my keys to unlock the laundry room. I'm good. Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break. Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room. Now's tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Syracuse. I guess Andrew went there on a holiday or something. Don't worry, Gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets. Hold on to these tight. It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation. Ooh, is this a movie script? The map in Bobby's locker obviously refers to the laundry room. I just need to find the spot marked with the X. Stash uncovered. Got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Andrew is around. Andrew will know what to do from here.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax, but I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this, shall we? First step, pour the wax, I suppose? Careful though, the pot's probably hot. That's it. Nicely done. Better. Next step, put the key in the wax, right? Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now.
Hold on. That's not what's next.
I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold. Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Have you ever read banned books?
What do you mean?
You know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes a more scientific mind than mine to enjoy it.
I suppose there's a reason why those books are illegal, right?
Well, the church did persecute Galileo for saying the Earth revolved around the sun, and not the other way around. So, even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
How do you get your hands on those books? It must be pretty hard.
Well, if you know the right people in the right bookstores, you can get your hands on just about anything. It takes a lot of time and money, though. Sometimes these books come from halfway across the globe.
Really? It must be so nice for writers to know their books travel around the world like that. Have you ever thought about being one?
A writer? Oh, oh no. I'm terrible.
So you've tried?
I thought for a while it would be my true calling, but one of my roommates read my manuscript and assured me it wasn't for me. And what about you? Do you write?
Not really. I mean, I have this journal in which I write about my day and stuff, you know? And sometimes I scribble down some story ideas, but I've never had the time to properly develop them.
Hey, why don't you come over sometime? We could read each other's writing. What do you think?
Okay, why not? Just promise not to laugh.
I won't laugh at yours if you don't laugh at mine. But seriously, I'm sure you're underselling yourself. With all the things you see in guests' rooms, that brain of yours must be bursting with great ideas.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out. Back to 507 to try this key double. I hope it works. I've got 2 keys. Now, I'm good. Back to 507 to try this key double. I hope it works.
Careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break. Oh, shoot. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Cat named Greta. G-R.
So GR from Greta and IS from Doris. Gree? Could that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella? Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but so the symbols I've been deciphering. You invented them back in the day to keep your love secret. I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed. Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne. There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected. I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to. An advance on my salary. Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
What? Of course not. I mean, it's illegal.
Aren't you intrigued?
Of course. But I can't just... Oh, all right. I'll open it.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Well, you've been doing all the snooping so far. It's about time I take a little risk, too.
So, what's in it?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
He is? Why?
She writes pulp fiction under his pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
You're right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave. That ringing sounds like the elevator doors are jammed. Is something blocking the elevator doors? I should go check it out. Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him? Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Just stop for a second, Sophie. Is there anything you missed? Is this about Paul? Does that mean... Please let there be... I have to get the power back on. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel. Followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research. Should I hold on to this, maybe? A, B, and Beaumont. I have to get the power back on. The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far. It's too big. That worked, thank God. Now, Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room. Could they be part of the same combination? No power. I think I need to change all of the blown fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. Can't call Eugene for help, but he did leave some instructions inside the fuse box. That's the next best thing. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. Yes, this is what I need. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. No power. I think I need to change all of the blown fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police. Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not going back up there. Phone. I need a phone.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police. Is this the brochure Andrew was talking about? The one that came in the mail for Anne? It's okay, Sophie. The police will be here soon. They'll take care of everything.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
On Hector? You mean... You've touched the body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Okay. Not a great idea, but we'll figure something out. Just maybe don't mention that to the police, What did you find?
I found out Hector was trying to get some information on Paul. Plus, we know they fought yesterday. So maybe there was another altercation and Jack wasn't there to intervene this time.
Yeah, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Paul freaked out and fled the scene. He may have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but that doesn't mean he's some dangerous psychopath.
What are you saying?
What I mean is, with his history of mental illness, I wouldn't be surprised if the police turned this into a media circus on the dangers of crazy people. And it would give Bernard and his pals all the ammunition they need to fight the construction of the new hospital.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
You know, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest. But I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that.
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
It's okay. I get why you didn't.
You do?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here. Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. so I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I just assumed. What with all the blood.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. Safes and suitcases left wide open. Guests' personal notes left lying around. Makeshift keys left inside of locks. You haven't exactly been subtle about it, have you?
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
He is like us. We all struggle sometimes, some of us more than others, but there's nothing wrong with that.
You may not have noticed, Miss Roy, but neither of us are in an insane asylum right now.
He was brave enough to seek help. That doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't mean he killed Mr. Cruz.
You know, I'm starting to worry about your own mental state, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend...
And I worry about your ability to do your job, Detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew!
Hey.
Are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
Would it come with a reward?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening. That'll be all.
Hey.
Hey,
What a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
That's great. Congratulations. It's too bad I won't be there when you get your reward, though.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get rewarded while you lose your job.
Don't feel bad about it. You need it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
Well, I'm not one bit worried about you. I know you'll be just fine.
Yeah. Hopefully I will be.
Think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
It's funny you should say that, 'cause I was actually thinking I'd like being my own boss. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but...
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too. Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
Please do.
That was...
Yeah, it was.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not sure it's that kind of story.
I'd like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcella, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents. You know, for old time's sake.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will.